How much did you first get in your very first gig?
It was 100,000.
100K?
Yeah.
What did you use it for?
I even don't remember, but I was super excited.
What's the most expensive thing you've ever bought?
The most expensive thing I've ever bought myself, let me see. Most of the things I've received.
Many thanks for joining us here yet again. It's Ignite Your Blue, and right here for the last couple of weeks we've been telling you that blue for us is more than just a color. It's a way of life. I would say it's a lifestyle, it's a mentality, it's what keeps us going, it's what keeps our spirit, our heart, our soul, and basically our entire being burning. And today on the show we do have a very exciting lady, a phenomenal media personality in every sense of the word. This lady has done it on stage, has done it in studio, basically busting and just making sure that our eardrums are always filled with nothing but vibes. She is the vibe queen, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Viana
Indi. The way you've actually done that introduction, it makes me feel like so international. It's like, yeah, I'm like, okay, guys, I like this. I like that.
Because look at yourself. Very polished, very powerful when you hold the mic, very professional, which is something a lot of people don't have in this part of the world. And basically with everything that you've been doing, you've been progressing so well in your career. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
How is your blue doing?
My blue is blowing.
Yeah. Like that. Yo, I mean, I met you a couple of years ago and I could not believe that this person is going to turn out to be who you are.
I also did know.
You were too jumpy and too everywhere. But see where that has led you. I want to know, I mean, from the perspective of blue, and we know the fact that blue for us, it stands for belief, you know, for lifestyle, for ultimate and expression. Did you ever believe in one of your run downs and one of your jumping here and there that you will become this person today?
I think one thing I believed in, like since childhood, is I believed in myself, I'm going to be a star.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know how, but I knew I was going to be a star. And I'm still on the journey, the process. Yeah.
Did you believe that your stardom will shine brighter in the media space?
I didn't know. That's the honest truth. Because when I was growing up, I wanted to be a nurse so bad. Like, I wanted to be a nurse. I even told my parents, I want a branch of Senior 4, go do a nursing course, stuff like that. They told me, no, this is what you're going to do. First, go to school, finish with your high school, senior 6, then you can think about that. So now, after my senior 6, things changed. And see me now. I'm literally doing something different.
Exactly. And I feel like we started seeing you in this space, first of all, from TikTok. You started doing all these TikTok challenges and just, you know, creating content. How did that come about? Where did that interest come from?
So now with the TikTok, actually, like after my senior 6, I now got so much love for TV, being in the media. I went to NTV for like my very first time. I've not gone to school. I've not actually done like any media course. I'm like, let me just try out my luck. So when I reached there, Idris Matu, the producer for T Nation, told me, let's try you and see. So they gave me my very first show. I was a little bit shaky. I was panicking because it was my first time being in front of so many cameras. And then I know the whole world is watching. And then after that, we went into lockdown. So during lockdown, so after lockdown, I came back. Because that is the time where everybody gives, like, you give up. You're like, you know what? Let me just focus on something else. I'm like, you know what? I really want this thing. And I need to be on the TV. I need to be on the screens. I came back. They would give me like 5-minute segments. So I met a TikToker, Amito. She was very big during lockdown. So I met her. She was also there for T Nation. We connected as sisters. She opened up my first TikTok. We started doing challenges together. And then from there, things started moving on smoothly. I even didn't know I could MC, actually.
Yes.
There are some of my friends, they had like an event. So the fact that I was still, getting those small shots on NTV, they told me, how about you come and try emceeing? I'm like, guys, we can't do those things. I don't see myself.
Step on stage, get that mic.
Yeah.
Give the guys vibe and energy.
Yes, the kind of TV and person I want it to be. There's a chick, she's called Maria on E-News.
Yeah.
I love the way she used to present. And then Oprah, the way they were so gentle.
Yes.
But when they told me to do emceeing, I'm like, you guys are driving me away from my dream.
Yes. You wanted to be that polished, calm, peaceful,
Thank you very
elegant. Much. And then here you have to be jumpy and energetic.
It's just that they were a little bit crashing my kind of style, and then the person I wanted to be the one, know. So I did my first show. When I did it, it wasn't really so good, but it's like for someone that is really promising.
Yes.
After that, actually ended my emceeing career.
You're like, nah, this is not for me.
No, I didn't really like it, but I had fun.
Yes.
And I wanted to do more of it, but I just didn't have the platform to do it.
All right.
I'm like, anyways, if it's like, if God has a plan for something, it will definitely happen.
Yeah.
So then before that, I had also joined Radio Galaxy.
Yes.
Remember, I've not gone to school to learn any of these things.
Yeah. Just learning on the job every other day.
Definitely. Because radio, like how to use the console. I used to actually listen to your show on Radio City.
You imagine.
Yeah. I was a big fan.
Thank you.
A big fan.
And now I'm such a big fan. You can imagine.
Thank you. So from there, and also getting a job at Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's DJ Deno that said, your voice sounds radio. You should try radio. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you should try radio. So when I went there, those guys, remember Galaxy is like 80% Uganda. Like they want to be like...
100% Uganda, pretty much. Yeah.
And then me, I come with my English, what. But, when something is really yours, God always finds a way to fix you. Yeah. So they fixed me on a show that was funky, youthful, my kind of style. But it was English, like literally 70% or 80%. Then
you could throw in some Luganda words here.
Yeah, they told me to throw in like one or two. I learned from there. Then from there, God does things in a weird way, I could say.
Yeah.
After a T-Nation, they had to choose, because we were 3 people, so they had to only choose one person to actually stay on the show.
Yeah.
And Ashley got the slot.
All right.
So I stopped going to NTV. I got depressed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did get depressed. But after that...
You've put all this much effort and you're too passionate.
And then next thing they tell you, you know what, you're not going to be on. Because first of all, no one knew me. My following wasn't really that good.
Yeah. You're just starting, promising. Yeah.
I'm just starting. I got depressed. So a friend of mine calls me. I was home. He's like, you know what, Viana? There's a slot at NBS. They're looking for someone to replace Zahara Toto on SNL. And I feel like you're the perfect person. Yes. I'm like, bro, I can't do what Zahara does. Like
she's on another level.
Yeah, I can't think. Those shows are too big for me. I can't do it. It's like, no, just calm down. When they call you, just say yes. I'm like, okay. So a certain guy called me. He's called Tara. He's like, we're looking for a girl and we want you to be on. I'm like, yes. So they told me, come through.
Yes.
So when I went there, may her soul rest in peace, Doreen, she was like in charge of recruiting new people. So I come through that day. She had like a very stressful day. So she told Tara, you know what? I don't want you to bring people here. Like all the girls you're bringing can't really do it.
Yes.
So I got so scared. I'm like what? What am I even going to do?
Yeah.
So she sat me down. She's like, okay, hi, how are you? Talk to me. I told her my name is Viana. She told me, have you worked somewhere? I'm like, yeah, I've been, I've been getting shots on NTV. She's like, do you have like any proof or evidence? So every after show on NTV, I would literally take the recordings and keep them on my phone. That very last show I did is the clip I showed her. She's like, oh, let me think about it.
Yeah.
So they told me, like, when I was growing up, every time somebody tells you, let me think about it, it's more like, bye-bye. Yeah.
A kind of saying, not you.
Yes. That's the very day I also met Douglas. What? Douglas told me, yeah, I think I've watched a few, like, I've watched you sometime on NTV, stuff like that. So I leave. Then the next week they call me. They're like, come through, we're giving you a contract. I'm like, damn. I'm getting this contract, but remember, I've done MCing once in my life. My very first show, it was good, I could say, compared to what they expected from me. Because after that show, everyone was appreciating. They're like, where did you guys get this new girl? She's very good. I'm like, very good. Very good. I've not done this before, but that's a good compliment. Let me start from there. So I was working with Mr. Henry and then Isaac, MC Isaac. Yeah. They took me through, how do you MC?
Legends in the game.
Yeah. How do you MC? How do you do that? So after I had worked for like 3 months, 4 months on SNL, NBS started giving me like so many slots. Every event they would feature on, I'd be on. There, I'd be on.
And you'd take it.
Yes. And then after, earlier on in 2023, they call me again. They're like, Viana, you know what? We actually want to upgrade you now. We want to give you NBS After 5. I'm like, what? After 5? How am I going to do this show?
Again, other shows have been there that are really,
yes,
really
Sheila. I'm like, how am I really going to fit in this show? It's like,
crazy.
Yeah. During that time, it's the same time Galaxy was also telling, because I only had one show on a Saturday.
Yes.
So they told me, you know what, Viana, we also want to upgrade you and give you a daily show. I was sitting in for DJ Herbert. Yes. He had a show, The Countdown Top 7. It was also a very big show.
Yes.
And then NBS said, you know what, on top of NBS After 5, we are giving you Next Radio as well. And it's a daily show as well. I'm like, what?
Blessings upon blessings.
Yeah. Same time, NRG had just stepped in. Yeah. I was one of the first people they call. They're like, Viana, we want to have you on board. So have you ever been
conflicting?
I'm like, dilemma. Where do I go?
Yes.
Where do I go? It was even around my birthday. I didn't enjoy my birthday. I was like, damn, what's going on? Where do I go? Do I go on After 5 and Next Radio? Do I go Galaxy? Do I go here?
Energy Radio.
Yeah, I had to fast pray about it. I even fasted. I actually got into depression, but this time around.
Wow, in a good way, for a good thing,
for a good cause. Yeah. And after asking a couple of people, I had to ask like people that have been in the industry for some time, at Douglas. Everyone gave me like their own opinion. And they told me, but this is in your hands. You have the ball. You have to choose.
Yeah.
I sat down, thought about everything. And I don't regret my decision.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, just listening to you, it makes me wonder. A lot has changed.
Yeah.
You know, ever since you made that bold move. But I still want to ask, at what point did you believe that, you know what, I'm actually cut out for this? Because here are so many people that were believing in your talent. You know, you got calls from Galaxy, you got calls from NCV, you got calls from, NBS, and then you got calls for Energy Radio.
Yeah.
And then you have somebody organizing their very first event, and then they, again, believing in your talent and saying, you know what, we want Viana to MC this event.
Yeah.
All these people are believing in you, but when did you start believing in yourself that you can actually do this?
As a person, I started believing in myself when I started getting like so much belief from other people. It actually gave me this thing of, you know what, Viana, you can actually do this. So what you have to do is push yourself more. I developed more passion for it. Yeah. And right now, there's nothing you can't tell me.
Nice.
I believe in myself 100%.
From being in high school, right?
Yeah.
And then you're in vacation, and then there's just this passion that you're attracted to, and you just want to be in these spaces, and you want to take all these platforms just so that you can be able to showcase, your talent. So much has changed in your lifestyle. Just paint for us a picture how your lifestyle has changed, and how has, your lifestyle in any way enhanced the growth of your career?
So much has changed, I could say. Because to start with, when I was still in high school, when I was growing up, I was a person that didn't really want to associate myself with entertainers so much,
Yes.
or bars. I even said, I'll never go to a bar. To do what? But guess what?
Yeah.
I find myself working there.
On a daily basis.
On a daily, yeah.
Booked and busy.
So that has totally changed.
Yes.
I've met myself in a space whereby you find people that are so, like, they're all grown-ups,
Yes.
and you're the youngest, and you have nothing to do. You have to speak in front of them.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that is a pleasure, and I feel like I need to get more of it because it has taught me so much, like so much. So much has changed from my dress code. So much I could
You should
say.
see her when she's not wearing like this. Yeah.
So much, yeah. And I'm grateful for everything.
With everything that has happened then, I mean, what's your ultimate goal? Because as a dreamer, as an achiever,
Yeah.
you know, as somebody who's accomplishing these goals every single day, you'd feel like this is it. I've done it all. You know, I once had a dream, maybe just to be on TV. I used to have 5 minutes, but now I have a whole 2 hours. I am on radio, 2 hours. I go out, I'm on these stages for hours on end. And, you know,
me,
is this it for you?
No, it's not. And one thing I've also learned in life is every single day you achieve something,
yes,
you want to have more. Like you want to have more. You want to have more. If you reach a level of where you want it to be, you're like, you know what? This is not enough. I need to push more further, more further. So me personally, I feel like it's just a process. Where I am right now, I'm so grateful of where I am, but I'm not yet where I really want to be.
And that's where we want to find out, what's your ultimate goal?
I want to be an international star.
Yeah.
You see, I want to work on all these international festivals.
Nice.
I want to be a big representative of my country. If you talk about Uganda, the very first people that come to you right now, you're going to talk about Daniel Kaluuya. You understand? You're going to talk about all these other stars, but you're going to talk about Eddie Kenzo. I want to be one of those artists, like, if you're to talk about Uganda,
yes,
I'm going to be one of them.
Viana Indi.
Yes, I want to be an inspiration to the young girls out there, that you can make it, like nothing is impossible. If you put your mind and effort and energy into something, you can definitely achieve it.
Nice.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter of what you have
or where you come from, what gender you are.
Definitely. Because me, I'm in a space whereby
male dominated.
Thank you. It's male dominated. I work with males like everywhere. Everywhere. And all these are big dogs.
Yes.
But if I can stand in front of them and tell them, no, guys, let's do this and this, that means anyone can do it. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, you've been able to express yourself through the power of the microphone every single day. You put on that mic on radio every single day. You go on TV or you step on a stage. You're always expressing yourself. To that young girl, to that young boy who's finding it hard to express themselves, what would you say, expression as an artist, but pretty much as a human being is?
I think expression is about being authentic. It's about being real. Like, if you are true to yourself, everything comes out naturally. You don't need to fake anything. If Sammy, you're Sammy, and that is who you are. People are going to appreciate you for who you are, and people will listen you for who you are. But if you try to be somebody else, you're trying to literally fit in somebody else's shoes, it's going to be very hard. Every time they see you, they are seeing the other person. And I keep on telling this. People have told me, you girl, I'm like, yes, me. I try to be me. I don't fake. Because I know in life we have bad days, we have good days. That days I'll move out without makeup. I've done that several times to show them that you can still be you and people will appreciate you for who you are, not for like something else you want to be.
Nice. So go out there and express yourself.
Be true to yourself. Like, be authentic
to yourself. Be blue, basically. I mean, thank you so much, Viana Indi, for taking time to speak to us as we continue to believing in your talent, as we continue to see your lifestyle change every other day.
It's going to change.
As we continue to see what your ultimate goal will be in the next coming couple of years. We definitely are here to see yourself, express yourself in the best way you know how.
I want to be back here and you're saying, oh my God. The things you talked about.
She spoke about these things and here she is. Wow, fantastic.
Let the world be surprised. You won't be surprised.
There are so many ladies out there, so many boys who'd want to be in the same space as yourself. Probably just like themselves, they have not yet started a TikTok account. probably just like yourself, they've not yet gotten a platform to express themselves. You know, probably there's nobody out there who believes in them. You know, what would you tell that young boy, that young girl?
I'll go back to the same thing I said.
Yes.
Be authentic, be true to yourself. On top of that, mind the people you associate with. Like, be intentional with the people you keep around yourself. If you really have like positive people around you, people that tell you, you can do this, you can do that, don't sleep on it, don't be lazy, don't procrastinate. It helps you, like it pushes you more. So just be intentional with the people you surround yourself with. Be positive all the way, because we all have like things we're struggling with, but we never come out to talk about them. You just have to be strong as well and be real to yourself. All in all,
guys, remember to be real as you continue to ignite your blue. It's been Sami here, and of course our guest today, Viana Indi. It's a goodbye from us till next time.
see ya.